Waltrus throws it in. Finds Audrey Still. Plays it back to the middle. Still tries to play a back heel, but was on the line, so as expected, it goes over the line. Here's Miranda. FC Tucson playing a lot of east-west right now. Needs to play a little bit more direct north-south. That ball does head north. They've got numbers here. To the middle where Shackley's waiting. Nice touch back inside to Scott. Ballard does well to go down. Sends it out of bounds. We will see our first Altitude Home Loans corner kick.
Presented by Altitude Home Loans.
A bit of running in quicksand so far this evening. Doesn't quite have any flow to it. It's a kind of sticky, I would say, at this point. Miranda will make her way to the northeast corner of the pitch. The righty will send an outswinger. FC Tucson with 5 women at the back waiting. Arsenal with 2 on each post. Oh, 1 on each post. Near post follows the runner. Zoe Ballard, number 24 in jersey, has got some height, so difficult to win a ball in the air against her. As does Audrey Still, who won that one at the near side of the 6. Back out, but once again a loose touch, and here comes Arsenal. They've got some numbers. Here's Jasper Rocha down the right side looking for some help. She holds it up. Tries to play it through, but Pickett wins that battle. Only as far as Waltrus, though. Here's Cazares. Gives it right back away, but Walters is there to intercept that one, and from a knee, keeps it out. A little more hustle there you're starting to see from the women in black. Nice crowd on hand this evening. As we mentioned, final appearance for both of these squads in the 2025 campaign. In the standings, FC Tucson finds himself in the 4th slot. If they could find 3 points tonight, that would bump them up to 3rd. And Arsenal in the penultimate to the bottom of the standings in the conference. Bottom of the standings, but on top of this match right now as they lead 1-0 in the 23rd minute. Goal off the boot of Haley Garvin, well taken to give Arsenal the 1-0 lead. Here's Besettia. Back to her. Pressure from FC Tucson resulting in a giveaway. And they'll earn the throw. Here's Pickett down the left side. Erich, who's very active always, looks inside, but as has been the case so far in the first quarter hour, Zoe Ballard is there to quelch any attack. Here's an opportunity, however. Shackley on the ball looking for Black. Her pass is intercepted. Besettia is there. Here comes a whole host of subs for FC Tucson to check in. Checking in will be Baratieri, Mendoza, and Shaylee Fuel. We'll see who they replace, and we'll see if the score is the same as Arsenal is on the attack once more. That ball, no real danger, even though there was a lot of numbers forward. And here comes our subs. Fuel, Baratieri,
Yes, I got them before the match.
Mendoza will all come in. They're going to replace Pickett, Cazares, and Miranda.
Presented by red shirt coming in number 17, Shaylee Fuel. Number 15, Kara Mendoza. And number 27, Odessa Baratieri.
Back in action we go. Ball on her left foot. That was going to be a shot attempt, but it was deflected and will go out for the first corner for Arizona Arsenal this evening.
Corner kick for Arizona Arsenal.
That was Morgan Fielder who had the strike, and she will take it over to the left side and put the ball back in play from the corner circle. Quarter circle? Quarter circle. The lefty will be an outswinger. And as mentioned earlier, lots of height for the Arsenal side. They'll see if they can find it. There's Ballard. She goes up for it, but couldn't quite meet the ball. Still in danger for FC Tucson. Bartieri and Ballard, a good battle. May have knocked heads just a bit. Ball will go out for a corner. Ballard still down on the ground. Bartieri, I think, got a piece of her head, and that always will leave a ding, but she's up, thankfully, and back into play, and jogging back looks to be just fine. Been a big force in the back so far for Arizona Arsenal. On the referee's whistle, will restart play as Hughes goes out to her right side. Sepulveda will look for Erich, but Waltress steps in front of that one. That's a big hit, and I think we'll see our first booking of the evening, and we will. 28th minute. FC Tucson's Janae Shackley will go in the book.
Was yellow card issued to FC Tucson, number 13, Janae Shackley.
Bad challenge, an easy call for the referee. So 28th minute, FC Tucson is in the book. And Ballard will restart. She's got a cannon. Maybe feel some optimism, but it looks like she's going to try to find a mate. She puts it up high. Bartieri's there. Hughes has to deflect it out over the top of the bar as that ball just was kind of floating in that dangerous opportunity. We'll see our second corner for Arizona Arsenal. Ball is dangerous. Just floating. Wouldn't quite come down. And the lefty will take it again, which means this is an in-swinger. One player on the keeper, one player on the 6, 4 waiting outside in the area. Some action moving around. We'll see who gets there. Ball on frame. Great save by Hughes. Great ball in. Great header. Great save for Hughes. Not sure if that was Ballard or Still who got to that one, but on frame, forcing a nice dive to her right, but Grace Hughes was there for it. Here's a troubled ball in. Bernard will smartly let it run all the way into the area, pick it up, look for a quick throw, but then settles it. Out to her left where Still is there. Nice move on the far side. Arsenal on the attack. That ball taken down. Might have pulled something on that one. That was extremely acrobatic, but came down very gingerly. Nonetheless, here's the attack from FC Tucson. Shackley to Scott. Back to Walters. Looking up top, let's see if it hops over. That might be a corner. I'm not sure why Ariel Bernard didn't go fetch that ball, but it was Fuel who got in there, putting pressure on the defense, who sort of bodied that ball across the end line. This will be a corner for FC Tucson.
Corner kick for FC Tucson, presented by Altitude Home Loans.
Manager checking on Audrey, still up top for Arizona Arsenal, who's still gingerly trying to work that left. She might have pulled a muscle on that acrobatic move. In swinger coming from FC Tucson. Ball played quickly short for a touch. Bounces down. Here's a shot. Oh, just outside the right. Well struck. Kiara Mendoza just fell right to her feet. Oh my goodness, that ball was just sitting for her. Couldn't put it on frame. Third shot of the night for FC Tucson, but it goes wide and wanting. 31st minute, we are going to take a hydration break here at Keno North Stadium. That goes heavily in the favor of Arizona Arsenal with just that one sub who is a goalkeeper. They all go immediately into the dugout. FC Tucson stays on the field. They'll get a quick drink. My man Carlos is always amazing at these shots, but if you look to the north here in Tucson, a gorgeous sunset starting to come out over the mountains. It's why we love where we live. Carlos on the money right there. Beautiful shot. Beautiful night for the beautiful game here in Tucson, Arizona. 32nd minute at Keno North Stadium. Our score stands at 1-0 in favor of Arizona Arsenal. Carlos has been on the camera all season doing a bang-up job. Fantastic as always. Quick hydration break, and back at the action we will go. Going to be an interesting final 15 here. FC Tucson needs to find some energy, and Arizona Arsenal will just like to hold on to this lead if somehow they can. Huge advantage going into the locker room. FC Tucson General Manager John Perlman making his way up the stands with the eternally grumpy face, but no coach is ever happy, right? See if we can turn that frown into a smile in the 33rd minute. We'll restart from the goal kick. Barnard plays it quickly to her left. Valverde comes back, gives away. Here's Black. Her touch is too wide for Erich, though. FC Tucson getting really clumped up in the middle. They need to find some boots on the line and really stretch this defense. With just one defender, the more you can possess and more you can make them chase. That second half is going to be well to the advantage. Nice ball down the left side. Here's Mendoza. She'll play a nice ball in. Meredith Scott waiting. Back to the goal. Tried to get at Jamie Black, but cannot. Here's Walters. Loose ball. Walters has given the ball away probably 4 or 5 times easily tonight. Nice moves by Rocha on the left side. She's 1-on-2. Let's see what she can do. She finds her mate fielder who puts the ball in her left foot. Beats Walters fairly easily. This is 1v2, but manages to earn the corner kick. It was just 3 Arsenal players in against 5 in the FC Tucson defense, but as we've mentioned a couple of times, FC Tucson looking a bit slow, looking like they're moving in quicksand, just a little slow to react to the ball on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball. They'll have to defend another corner here, the third of the evening for Arsenal, the outswinger. Nice ball. Goes up, dumbs down quickly. Mendoza, oh, this is going to be a foul. Mendoza comes back. Third foul of the evening against FC Tucson. This is in a dangerous place. Zoe Ballard has shown some really great skill. But this is Shaylee Barnard, who looks like she's setting up. 3 women in the wall. Goalkeeper Grace Hughes giving her direction. Probably just about 30 to 33 yards out here. We'll see what Barnard can do with this. See if she's looking to shoot or send it across. She hits it low. Good idea. Made it past everyone defensively, but not too much pace on it and easily gathered by Hughes. So shot on goal, but to no avail. Trouble, here's a goal. Meredith Scott is there, and she finds it. That ball just bounced around. She went to her Mary Poppins bag of tricks. And FC Tucson has found the equalizer. I look down to make some notes, and that's how quickly this game can change. Ball bounced. Ariel Bernard came off her line, but couldn't gather, falls to the feet. Definitely some contact, but nothing given, and all that was found in the 36th minute is Meredith Scott.
Number 21, Meredith Scott, presented by HJ3.
So Scott with the equalizer for FC Tucson. We stand at 1 apiece here in the 37th minute. Arsenal all of a sudden finds themselves all square. And here's Shackley, FC Tucson with some momentum. Can they do more with it? Mendoza finds the goal scorer, Scott. She plays the right side where Ramos makes a nice run. Fuel in front of her. Mendoza in the middle. Ramos continues her run. Got Scott in the middle, all the way across for Erich. She volleys, but Ballard is there to take care of it and send it deep, or Sepulveda will wait for that ball to come down. Back to the goal. That was Mendoza who played the ball in and will get credit for the assist thanks to our crack statistician Brandon. He was all over that one. Nice lefty looking for another assist. There's a shot. There's a goal! Shackley with a nice ball to her left. Oh, goodness. The flag is up, however. Amazing build-up. But this one will come back. It is offsides. The flag is up just inside the 6. So the equalizer and the go-ahead goal in about a few minutes, but that go-ahead is pulled back for offsides. Mendoza making a great run, but no question from the far side AR. His flag went up immediately. Even though it doesn't go on the scoreboard, it goes in the hearts, and that is some good momentum. FC Tucson, it seems to find their step. 39th minute. All square. You hate to see it, but a goal is pulled off the board. Here's Walters. Took 39 minutes, but FC Tucson seems to have woken up. Here's Shackley, who played that ball in nicely to the goal. Mendoza was waiting, but in an offside position. Here's Walters. She'll drive it across, but gives it away again. Be interesting to see if Coach Carter finds a sub for her. Fielder trying to run onto this one, but too much of pace on that ball. Hughes quickly back out to Shackley. We'll see if FC Tucson can counter. She'll have Erich on the left side. Tries to make a move, but Waltros is having none of it. Ball stays in. Erich shielding and wins it. Drives the ball all the way across where Fuel is waiting. She has Black, Mendoza, and Scott on the runner. Here's Ballard, who so smartly heads it back to the arms of her waiting keeper, Bernard. Got to be impressed with Zoe Ballard in the back. Had held down the center so far for Arizona Arsenal, making some clutch stops defensively. That ball falls outside, and Shackley will restart it. Off the throw. Scott has the ability to turn. She has Mendoza in the middle who plays it across. Here's Jamie Black with the ball on her favorite right foot. Takes a shot, deflects off a defender. We'll see another corner for FC Tucson.
Corner kick for FC Tucson.
Second altitude home loans corner kick of the evening. Ramos will make her way over in the 41st minute. She'll play the outswinger. Nicely taken down. Walters is there. Bernard got a glove to it, but just enough to get it out of danger for the moment. Nicely taken down by Rocha. She's got a defender all over her back. See if it's a foul or a throw. It is a foul. Fourth of the night for FC Tucson.
Nothing was happening, and then I went downstairs.
This will be Ballard. Ballard puts it in. Nicely done in the back by Erich. Who will keep the ball on her foot. She's got option, plays inside for Scott. We'll touch it one more to Black on the right side. We'll play it one more outside. Nice possession here for FC Tucson. Ramos with numbers off the right side. She'll play it outside. Here's Fuel. Look to get across. All the numbers did not come into the box, however. Ballard there. Shaky defense, but bend not break. We'll see our fourth corner of the evening for FC Tucson. And we'll see a substitute for FC Tucson. Fiorella Miranda will re-enter the game for Walters.
Substitution for FC Tucson.
42nd minute, Miranda, who's very capable of putting the ball in the net.
And corner kick for FC Tucson, presented by Alton.
Ramos down to the near side. She'll play an in-swinger. Nobody across the six, 5 defenders in the six for Arsenal. The runs come in, so does the ball. Does not get past the first defender, but Ramos will have a second opportunity. That's Shackley, I'm sorry. She puts it up. Bartieri is going to try to keep it in, but does not. She'll make her way back to the back. Oh, then decides she wants to take the throw. Bit of a challenge, yes, indeed. First foul of the night. Ballard will please her case, but clearly shoulder right in the middle of the shoulder blades, and FC Tucson will have set piece in a dangerous position. Miranda will make her way over. See if she asks for 10. It's certainly not 10 yet. Ramos is going to walk it off, but to no avail. Miranda on the ball, puts it in. Bouncing around, opportunity towards Scott. Left foot over the top. Well struck, but to no avail. Fourth shot of the evening for FC Tucson. 44th minute here at Keno North Stadium. We are all square, one apiece. Our Arizona Arsenal visiting the hometown FC Tucson. Trying to make their way to the break. They have been under pressure this final 15. We did have a hydration break. And 2 goals, so we'll see how much time is added. Here's Ballard. She'll just put it up, but not very far. Shackley there waiting. She'll take it down the left side. Has been very active and has done a nice job down this left side in the 13 jersey for FC Tucson tonight. Nice cut back and earns the throw. As Shaylee Barnhart does just enough to keep the ball out of play. Quickly restarted for FC Tucson, but not very dangerous. Here's Jamie Black. See if she has one. She loves this spot. Trying to get it on her right foot. Can't quit it right. Here's Fuel. Put the ball on her left. Gets ahead to it. Barnard there to collect. But much better action in the last 10 minutes for FC Tucson. Arizona Arsenal trying to weather the proverbial storm and get to the break all square.
There will be a minimum of 2 minutes of stoppage time added to the first half.
The signal has been given. There will be a minimum of 2 minutes added. Let's see if either team can make some damage here. FC Tucson lighting to threatened. Nice ball from Miranda, but Mendoza was running the other way. We are in added time, 1 apiece. Here's Fuel. We'll look for Jamie Black central. Meredith Scott does a nice job to turn. She wanted a shot. Nice chip back and forth, but can't quite get it past the defender. Haley Garvin doing a really nice job in the back for Arizona Arsenal on that possession. Arizona Arsenal manager just pleading for them to clear it out. Jamie Black with a shot, looking deep. It's a shot she likes. She will shoot from outside, but that one couldn't find the frame as it goes wide to the left. Ariel Bernard will take her time restarting this as Arsenal trying to just get their way to the whistle and a break. Bernard puts it up, not very deep. Here's Erich. Arsenal on the ball. That's Morgan Fielder. Miranda makes the challenge, but thought she had earned the throw. It looked like she had. FC Tucson coaching staff off their chairs pleading their case, but rarely calls get to overturn. This one does not, as Gentry Waltress will make her way over to throw for Arsenal. Final few seconds of this first half. Back heel goes out of bounds. And we'll say a few times on this near side, the official has been late on the call, looking towards the center ref. Shackley will go back, but to no avail. There is the whistle. That is our half. Arizona Arsenal playing strong, and we will go into the break. All square here at Keno North Stadium. Arizona Arsenal 1, FC Tucson 1. We'll be back with you after the break.
Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26th and 27th, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
Chaos FC is a soccer club in Macomb County, Michigan, dedicated to player development through professional training. Our mission is to offer a safe, positive environment that nurtures youth talent. We aim to help players reach their full potential and compete at high levels in MYSL, MSP, SP, and MRL. We provide equal opportunities for all players to develop skills, knowledge, and appreciation for soccer through top-tier training and positive coaching. Our goal is to help players grow as individuals, promoting life skills such as sportsmanship, teamwork, goal setting, and fair play. Learn more today by visiting chaosfc.us.
This is Inside the Game, where passion meets precision. Jonathan Turner, Nathan Wangler, and John Natale are your hosts, breaking down every goal, every controversy, every match that matters. From the heart of American soccer to the global stage. No fluff, just football. Weekdays at 9 a.m. live on YouTube, Roku TV, Facebook, Twitter, and all listening platforms. Step in, speak up, stay locked in. This is Inside the Game.
Experience the thrill of the game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges the past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today. If you are interested in participating in a sport that requires skill, fitness, strategic thinking, and team play, soccer offers opportunities at various levels to improve fitness and coordination. Whether you prefer casual participation, competitive play, or joining a futsal league, our organization provides a welcoming environment to learn new skills and meet new people. Register today for the Macomb Soccer Summer Camp from July 14th to 18th. The camp will be led by Kansas City's professional players James Togba and Mike De Silva. It is open to boys and girls aged 6 through 16 with an early bird registration fee of $175 if registered by July 7th. Gain knowledge from professionals in an engaging and competitive setting. For further information, visit mrsl.us.
The Flint City Bucks are Michigan's top soccer franchise with 4 national championships, 9 conference titles, and 15 Great Lakes Division titles. They have produced 107 players for Major League Soccer, and they focus on attracting top talent and shaping soccer's future. Michigan Bucks Academy joins NLS Next new competition tier starting in September of 2025. This offers elevated levels of play and flexibility for high school participation. The Academy will provide premier development, high-performance training, and exposure to scouts through regional tournaments and MLS Next events. For more information on tryouts, training programs, and key updates as we prepare for our first season in MLS Next new tier, visit MichiganBucksAcademy.com.
Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26 and 27, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26 and 27, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
Chaos FC is a soccer club in Macomb County, Michigan, dedicated to player development through professional training. Our mission is to offer a safe, positive environment that nurtures youth talent. We aim to help players reach their full potential and compete at high levels in MYSL, MSP, SP, and MRL. We provide equal opportunities for all players to develop skills, knowledge, and appreciation for soccer through top-tier training and positive coaching. Our goal is to help players grow as individuals, promoting life skills such as sportsmanship, teamwork, goal setting, and fair play. Learn more today by visiting chaosfc.us.
This is Inside the Game, where passion meets precision. Jonathan Turner, Nathan Wengler, and John Natale are your hosts, breaking down every goal, every controversy, every match that matters. From the heart of American soccer to the global stage. No fluff, just football. Weekdays at 9 a.m. live on YouTube, Roku TV, Facebook, Twitter, and all listening platforms. Step in, speak up, stay locked in. This is Inside the Game.
Experience the thrill of the game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges the past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today. you are interested in participating in a sport that requires skill, fitness, strategic thinking, and team play, soccer offers opportunities at various levels to improve fitness and coordination. Whether you prefer casual participation, competitive play, or joining a futsal league, our organization provides a welcoming environment to learn new skills and meet new people. Register today for the Macomb Soccer Summer Camp from July 14th to 18th. The camp will be led by Kansas City's professional players James Togba and Mike De Silva. It is open to boys and girls aged 6 through 16 with an early bird registration fee of $175 if registered by July 7th. Gain knowledge from professionals in an engaging and competitive setting. For further information, visit mrsl.us.
The Flint City Bucks are Michigan's top soccer franchise with 4 national championships, 9 conference titles, and 15 Great Lakes Division titles. They have produced 107 players for Major League Soccer, and they focus on attracting top talent and shaping soccer's future. Michigan Bucks Academy joins NLS Next new competition tier starting in September of 2025. This offers elevated levels of play and flexibility for high school participation. The Academy will provide premier development, high-performance training, and exposure to scouts through regional tournaments and MLS Next events. For more information on tryouts, training programs,
Welcome back to Keenan North Stadium. We're getting underway in the second half. FC Tucson hosting Arizona Arsenal. I'm Eric Rose. It is 1-1. We are all square. 45 minutes to go here at Keno North. Ramos will start the attack on the right side. She finds Jamie Black, who tries to pull it back but is unsuccessful. Rocha picks it off, and Bassetti is going to play it right. Arsenal try to do something going over the top. They've got a runner. Ramos does a nice job. I believe that came off the Arsenal defender, but Ramos is going to chase it down anyhow. Great hustle. Shaylee Fuel, the sub, remains in on the right side, as does Mendoza up top. Nice ball cutting through. She's on. Here's the attack. Coming down the left side. 1v1. Ballard's going to come defend. Here's the shot. Eric should have gotten the shot off. Did not get that done. What a beautiful ball from Mendoza. Eric carried it for a good 30 yards, but was unable to get a shot as Zoe Ballard made her way back. Left her feet, went down, and was able to make a successful tackle. Mark that one down. That probably should have been a goal for FC Tucson, but we stay on square early in the second half. Here's Fuel. Nice touch. Black puts it on boot. She's a shot. I love the willingness to shoot for Jamie Black. 6th shot of the evening so far for FC Tucson. Black is one of those players who's willing to give her a half step and she'll get a shot off. Not on frame, but she's going to play the odds and think one of them is going to scoot past. Nicely done by Ramos on this near side to earn the throw. She'll find Black quickly and back to her. Nice move. Has an option down the side. Puts the ball up top. Mendoza goes for a flick, doesn't connect. Ballard does. Trouble, there's a runner all by herself in the middle. Oh, that's why she was all by herself, though. The flag goes up because she was offsides. I think the initial run was on, but Jasper Rocha was unable to play the ball in time. Shaylee Barnard had made a nice run across the middle and was by herself, but Ball went too late and it's offsides, and we'll restart to the feet of Jamie Black, who sends it right back to Sepulveda. Finds Meredith Scott. Moving up the line, Baratieri also stays in at that center back. Ball sent through. Can Fuel get to it? She's going to chase, but cannot. Maybe a little shove in the back, but Ariel Bernard is there to collect for Arsenal. Nicely sent from Bernard, but will go out of play if nothing else. Succeeds in sending the ball into the defending half for FC Tucson, where Ramos will restart. Her throw does not clear Rocha. That's Aberrea. She finds a nice ball. Here's Barnard, who's going to take a deep shot. That is a smart shot, as Grace Hughes was off her line. If that had been on frame, it would have caused trouble. But it sailed right. Nevertheless, I like the idea. 40 out. Have a go. See what happens. 49th minute here at Keno Dome Stadium. We stand all square at 1 apiece. Arizona Arsenal taking on the hometown FC Tucson. Final match of the campaign for both sides. Good battle with Miranda and Barnard there. Ooh, that play was allowed to continue for a long time, but in the end, the battle between Miranda and Barnard turned out to be a foul on Miranda. 5th foul of the evening on FC Tucson. I'm a little surprised I haven't seen Ballard on this. She's seen a few times that she can shoot tonight. Out of that center back position, got quite a strong leg. This will be Morgan Fielder over the ball. Referee steps back up, steps off the 10 yards. Grace Hugh pleading with her mates to get up. More towards the 18 than the 6. Forcing more of a cross than a shot opportunity. We'll see what Fielder does. Plays a nice ball, but directly to Hughes, who drops the ball. Flag goes up. Shot was there. Referee raises flag for offsides. I'm not sure how that could have been offsides nonetheless. Whistle blown. And set piece to FC Tucson, where they restart quickly. And quickly give it away. Here's Arsenal with some numbers. Fielder on the ball. Wants to go on her left foot. Can't quite get it there. However, makes the challenge. Tries to send the curler around to the far post with her right foot, but sails wide. 6th shot of the evening for Arizona Arsenal. They did find the net early off the boot of Haley Garvin in the 8th minute. Since then, have been unable to really put any danger on frame. FC Tucson equalized in the 36th when Meredith Scott found a bouncing ball and slid it home. Ball bouncing around, brought down. Hometown fans want a foul, won't be given. Nice ball across. Baratieri gets a boot, just enough to it. FC Tucson can turn an attack if they go quickly. Here's Scott, touches it outside, able to retrieve it, and unable to complete the motion. Nice idea, couldn't quite make it happen. Had a good opportunity if they were able to keep that ball in play, but couldn't quite get there. Aberrea will start on the rethrow. Rocha does nice to turn on 2 defenders and makes a nice move around. Sepulveda will play it across the left. Jamie Black has made her way all the way from the front. And ball played out of play by the FC Tucson defense and into the stands. Nobody really seeming too excited about a ball going into the stands. This gentleman will track it down. Aberrea will throw once more. Runners in. She's able to find it. Nice throw. Bartieri wins that battle, but Only a couple yards and sends it out. Abarea has a good throw, keeps this one short. Back to her for a cross, however. Right into the hands of Hughes. FC Tucson can counter if they move. Here we go. Shackley on the left, looking for numbers. Erich, one more time. Mendoza couldn't quite handle that one. Ballard once again, who's been all over the place for the defense of Arizona Arsenal. Back to Shackley, who will send it in with her left. It's going to fall to Scott, who has an opportunity with the left. Right into the hands of Bernard, though. Nice build-up. Shackley with a nice ball in. Scott was in the right position for the 7th shot for FC Tucson, but unfortunately right at the goalkeeper, who will hold it for just a bit and send it towards the midfield stripe. Shackley shields, touches back, Bartieri. Sepulveda will look for an option. Gives it away sloppily. Here's Fielder. 1-on-4. Gets a shot off. That is deflected by Scott, who comes all the way back, showing some frustration with the lack of a pass connected. See our 4th corner of the evening for Arsenal. So just as we saw in the first half, a bit of sloppy play for the women in black to begin this second session. Just under 10 minutes in. Several giveaways so far. This will be an outswinger. One woman on the keeper, the rest right around the spot. Ballard with that height will approach near. They look for her head. She does get to it. Ramos takes it down. See if they can find Mendoza. Arsenal defense does well. Here's Haley Still. Haley Garvin, I'm sorry. She does well to keep the ball and sends it out far to the right. A cross coming. Cross sent in, but not well done, as it is well over the bar and out of play. Both teams struggling to find a rhythm here in the early going. 56th minute, all square at 1 apiece.
Reminder, alcohol sales will end at the 60th minute. Alcohol sales will end at the 60th minute.
Public Address announcer Tom announcing alcohol sales will end in just 5 minutes. We'll see if that 5 will be a dangerous 5 for either one of these teams. This ball sent forward. Here's Mendoza, her and Ballard, but Ballard's going to win that with her long stride. She'll touch it back. Bernard there, but Miranda comes to meet that one down to Fuel, who once again gives it away. Audrey still smartly lets that one ride as she was coming back from an offsides position, so disengages from the play. Here's Miranda. Sends it outside right to an Arsenal defender. That's Abareo. Plays a really nice ball down the left side. Here's Rocha. Ramos chasing. Rocha strong. Perhaps a bit too strong. So the foul is given. Just the 3rd of the evening for Arsenal. Nice build-up. Shoulder-to-shoulder challenge, and one went down. And when one goes down that violently, sometimes that's all you need for a referee to blow a whistle, and it certainly was the case tonight. Here's Ramos looking to start something for FC Tucson. She puts it over the top. Mendoza gives chase. I don't think the defender knows she's there. Mendoza does well to get there, but danger averted. Ball falls harmlessly to the edge of the area where Bernard gathers. We'll roll it back out to her left where Haley Garvin will get things started for the ladies in white. Fuel does a nice job. A little do-si-do, hooked arms and a little spin around. Referee telling Miranda that's enough. She pled her case, but in my eyes, that probably would have gone as a foul on Fuel, if anything. Nice battle in the middle. Floats to Jamie Black, who's going to go outside to Shackley. FC Tucson on the move. Inside to Black. She turns. Let's see if she has a shot. She does. Well struck. Bernard can parry it down. Nobody crashed. Once again, a great shot by Jamie Black. Love her willingness to shoot, but no trouble for Bernard. 8th shot of the evening for FC Tucson on frame. Some fans counting down the time for the goalkeeper, as we've seen the rules change several times over the last years. Here's an opportunity for Arsenal. Rocha on the ball. She has to cut back, doesn't quite have the pace. Scott doing a nice job coming back. Ooh, lost her footing. Foul given by the referee. 6th of the night. Again in a dangerous position. As we'll see Fielder step to this ball once again. The lefty, who's got plenty of pace to go on goal from here. Perhaps a bit too central to try for that sort of outswinger cross to the right side. Arsenal certainly stretching it. Rocha hanging out all by herself on the left here. Ramos going to let her go over there as they'll double. Audrey still in the middle. Whistle blows, attempt incoming. Here it is. Shot on goal will go over the top. No danger really. Had it been on frames, Grace Hughes had it covered. 7th shot of the evening for Arsenal. Bartieri can't win it. Miranda does. Playing a bit of pinball here as the ball will go out. 1 hour gone off the clock. We stand all square. 1 apiece here at Keno North Stadium. Arsenal 1, FC Tucson 1. 30 minutes for one of them to find a winner and 3 points to end out their campaign in 2025. Mendoza has had really great legs. She's come off with lots of pace off that front side. Her and Fuel have really put the Arsenal defense under pressure. We'll see our first sub of the second half as Walters will re-enter for Fiorella Miranda. Walters struggled a bit in the first half.
Coming in number 16, Shania Walters.
See if she was able to adjust at the break. Miranda, not her usual self this evening, not quite as involved in the attack as she usually is. Ramos will go meet this one. Settles. Has Walters to her right, finds her. Fuel going further right. Walters will find her. Walters will go on the overlap, but Fuel's going to put the ball on her left foot, have a go. Should have played Can You Take Me Higher from Creed on that one, because that was way over the bar. Not even sure that's going to go in the book as a shot attempt. It probably should, but well high, no danger. Meredith Scott has been really active in the second half, coming from the front line back 2 lines to be involved in the defense a few times. But they give it away. Here's Rocha. Besedia. Nice ball behind the defense. Valverde has the ball. Let's see if she can get a cross off. Steps over, sends it back. Here's the cross. But intercepted and deflected down to Besedia, who has a strike. Well wide. And Grace Hughes will restart. Hughes puts it down. Here's Mendoza. Fuel on the outside. She puts it over. Let's see if Fuel can run. Good battle in the back. Fuel 50-50 challenge. Just keeps her feet. Keeps the ball. Gets back on her feet. Touches inside. Mendoza with a shot opportunity. Well struck, but it was always curving just outside the post. 10th opportunity. Nice two-woman game between Fuel and Mendoza. Those two substitutes late in the first half have done very well. Another opportunity going by the wayside. Here's Fuel again. Battle. Haley Garvin up to the challenge. Aberrea. Fielder. Has options. Chooses still. Rocha does well. Can this ball stay in? It does not. Arsenal can't quite seem together to string that last pass for the opportunity. Sepulveda doing well. Here's Ramos and Sepulveda. Black coming back in support. Somebody's got to run here for FC Tucson. And when they do not, dispossession. Opportunity. She's in. Shot chosen instead by Still. She had Valverde on the right side as a runner, but is deflected for another corner, the 5th of the evening. And here comes Ballard from the back with that height. Her and Still. Easily the two tallest players on the field. I'd wager Ballard is a good 4 or 5 inches taller than anybody else who's going to mark her. This will be an in-swinger as the lefty steps out to take it. Opportunity in the 65th minute. Ball goes up, goes in. Arsenal waiting, hits the post, comes down. Grace Hughes is down and hurting. On the ground, no keeper is down. That ball goes in off the head. Keeper was down. We'll see if any action is given. Not quite sure who got there. Grace Hughes was on the ground as that goal was scored.
Goal, Arizona Arsenal.
I believe it might have been Ballard. It was Ballard, so 65th minute. Ballard scores the goal. That will certainly be controversial. Can't really blame the referee. You can't stop play, I suppose, but the goalkeeper clearly was on the ground and rolling around, and that ball would have been easily saved. Nonetheless, 66th minute, Arsenal 2, FC Tucson 1. That's going to be a tough pill to swallow if that's the decider this evening, so FC Tucson will push. They push over the end line. Will a corner be given? It will not. Goal kick. Head coach Kaylee Carter with her hands on her head, still trying to figure out what happened on that last one. Arsenal will take it, and they will continue to attack. This ball will go back to Grace Hughes. The goal was awkward. Hughes pinned it kind of between the back of her hands and the crossbar. And then the ball fell out, ping-ponged around, and Ballard was there. Mendoza with just a clear two-handed shove. Gets away with it, though. And FC Tucson will have the throw. Shaylee Fuel on the restart. Nice turn from Scott. Can she get to it? Oh, unintentional shot off the deflection. Waltros got over, and they both kind of met the ball at the same time. Scott was stronger, and it ended up being a shot on goal with Ariel Bernard forced to make a save. Arsenal player down. Referee blows his whistle quickly. Cramping up, and a few cries from the crowd of, now you stop play. The keeper is down, we don't, as expected from the home crowd. Looks to be a case of cramping. Warm night here in the desert. Breezy for us locals, however, 88 degrees. We'll take 88 at 8:30 p.m. anytime. Arsenal players are making their way to the bench to get some water. Does seem if we're going to take a hydration break, now might be a good time. Looks like we're ready to restart, but there are 3 Arsenal players getting water over here on the side. Center ref does not seem to know that. However, in no rush to restart. Drop ball will be handed to Arsenal. One of those drop balls, but not really. Valverde goes down. Foul. FC Tucson. Some pushing and shoving. Booking will be given. Perhaps not a booking, perhaps just a stern talking to. Only seen one booking so far this evening. That was Janae Shackley of FC Tucson in the 28th minute. Referee is certainly taking the air of the ball here in the last 5 minutes. 69th minute, Arsenal holds a 2-1 lead on the road. They are in business with a set piece. Able to score off the corner last time. Ball sent across. Ballard is there once again. Gets ahead to it, but she was offsides. Yeah, third time on a set piece that Ballard has easily gotten to the ball. I am a bit surprised we are in the 70th minute and Coach Carter has not made any substitutes, with no substitutes across the other bench. Plenty on this side. You would see some fresh legs and attack, especially chasing a goal might be the solution, but she's the coach for a reason and I'm up here for a reason. Meredith Scott trying to be the reason that FC Tucson equalizes. Bounces through. Fuel got a boot to it, but just rolls across the middle. No shot, but still collected by Bernard. She'll give it a ride. Ramos there to meet it. Nicely done. Fuel pops it over. Mendoza going to try to get there. That could have been a high boot, but not given. And Ballard once again out of the back. She finds Rocha, who's going to get it right back. Baratieri is going to get there first, however. Baratieri has done a nice job since coming in as a first half sub. Late in the first half has stayed in the remainder of this match so far. Abarea will throw in on the near side. Shaylee Fuel with some more physical play, but no whistle blown. Ball will be sent forward. Mendoza there, can't settle it though. Meredith Scott does. She's offside. Can she get back onside? She cannot. That's unfortunate. Just offside. The ball rolls through. Bernard will collect it with her hands. An attack on there, but Scott was just ahead of the play and knew it, so she had to hold up her run and come back. At the same time, her teammate made that through ball. 72nd minute, we will see Arsenal start to jog towards every ball on the outside, as most teams would do. Bit of gamesmanship. Nice step over by Scott. She sends it, finds a teammate on the left. Ball sent in. Nobody home for FC Tucson. Ball sent in again. Here's Black. Can't quite get to it. Haley still does. Here's Ramos. Looking to go 1v1. Touches inside to Mendoza. Here's Black. Trying to send that ball in. But Audrey's still there once more. Ramos doing a nice job on the near side. She'll send it in, but nobody for FC Tucson in the area. Baratier will be all by herself as she collects. and surveys her options, choosing Shackley on the left side. Shackley was instrumental in the first. Let's see if she can get involved late here in the second. She comes middle, plays Mendoza, who's upside. Had an opportunity going down the middle. You're starting to see those tired legs creep in for Arsenal. That an example right there. Just a tired leg, stayed high. We're going to see Miranda re-enter this match for FC Tucson. As well as Barboa. Ball in for FC Tucson. Bartieri is going to catch it on the other side. So you're going to see Miranda, Pickett, and Barboa come in right now on the break. We will take a hydration break. 3 subs will come in. We'll see who they replace. Pickett will replace Fuel. Miranda will replace Walters, and Barboa will replace Shackley or Erich on the outside. Oh, never. I thought it was going to be a hydration break. It will not. 75th minute started. 15 minutes and added time left for FC Tucson to find an equalizer or Arizona Arsenal to hold on for a 2-1 win. Foul given. So after a fairly clean first half from Arsenal, they've had 4 fouls here in the second for a total of 5. Miranda is going to stand on this one. I think FC Tucson would get some more numbers up. Arsenal with 7 players behind the ball. FC Tucson with 5 attackers. Back to Bartieri. Shackley splits, deflects, ball comes back to her. She's going to send it in to the area. Garvin was there defensively, but only enough to send it over the inline, and FC Tucson will have an opportunity on the corner kick. Your altitude home loans coming right at the 75th minute on the clock. FC Tucson trailing 2-1. Option goes short. And now we see 9 of FC Tucson's player in the attacking third. Black is there, puts the ball down. Header well over the top from Bartieri. See if we see a deflection. We do not, and here is your hydration break. It's 75-28 on the clock. Folks, this will shape up for a very entertaining final 15. FC Tucson chasing an equalizer. Arizona Arsenal trying to hold on for the win. Arsenal in 7 matches, this being their 8th, has only had 2 wins on the season. So to close out the season with a win and 3 points, I'm sure would be very exciting for them. 7 matches, they've had 2 wins, 5 losses, and no draws. On the converse, FC Tucson heading into their 8th match tonight. 4 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses for 14 points. Standings in the division, Royals AZ with 8 matches played. 19 points with 6 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. FC Tucson was that draw. Del Sol beat FC Tucson twice, and their 8 matches have 6 wins and 2 losses for 18 points. Desert Dreams, who FC Tucson also defeated, is ahead of them in the standings. 8 games with 5 wins and 3 losses, sitting on 15. El Paso Surf, 3 wins, 5 losses for 9 points. This Arsenal club, 2 wins, 5 losses for 6 points. And the Phoenix Heat FC, 8 matches played, 8 times they came up short for a goal differential of -48 and 0 points on the season. But as we mentioned, this is the last go-round for either team, so this final 15 minutes will be something to remember for all these young ladies. Some of them will go back to their collegiate homes, some of them back to their high school homes, some of them perhaps not to play collegiate or professional soccer once again. But always great WPSL action. We're happy to bring it to you. Eric Rhodes here at Keno North Stadium. Approaching 78 minutes on the clock. Arizona Arsenal holding a 2-1 lead. And they will restart from the goal kick. And literally nothing to lose for FC Tucson. So we'll see if they throw it all in, all the kitchen sink. The attack has been a volcano waiting to erupt all evening, but hasn't quite gotten there. Perhaps an opportunity for Mendoza. She cuts it across. Bernard takes it down nicely. Shackley was attacking from the outside but was not able to get around. Bernard there handles it and will send it deep. Head it up and over. Pick it on the defense. Arsenal able to keep possession. Barnard will go outside. Rocha send it across. Back to Barnard, who's going to have a go from deep. Hughes is on it. Whew. Snuck through her hands, but fortunately had the body behind her, so makes another save. And she will match her keeper mate and send it deep. Here's Barnhart immediately back in the ball, beats two defenders. Fielder going to try to put it on her left, goes to her right. She'll have a strike. Well struck. Having to move to her left. Won't quite call it a dive, but had to go a little bit horizontal to make that save. Nonetheless, Grace Hughes was there to make it. Nicely headed up. Here's Mendoza. FC Tucson has tallied 3 times against this Arsenal squad this season, and all 3 have been off the boot of of Meredith Scott. So we'll see if she can find one more attempt and one more attack. And here she is. Plays it wide to Ramos. Mendoza. FC Tucson can't quite crack that defense. Their possession has not been great. 3 players easily beat by Garvin, and she'll go down the left side, taking on the sub Pickett. Garvin has a step. Pickett gets there. Just enough to send the ball over the end line, and as we've seen all evening, Arsenal dangerous on the corner. This is their 8th of the evening. They've hit the post crossbar twice, and once again, tall Zoe Ballard will make her way to the 6. She stops at the spot. This will be an outswinger from Rocha. She sends it in. Once again looking for Ballard. This is going to fall nicely to somebody on the outside. Thought she might have a go. She chooses not to. Opts for possession, and it's well kept by Arsenal. Abarea continues the spell of possession. Back outside, here's Rocha, dispossessed. Nicely, FC Tucson looking to attack on the counter. Here's Scott, drops it back to Black. Immediately gives it away. Tries to regain it, unable to do so. Here's Garvin. Splits the FC Tucson defenders, Black, but somehow Garvin stays on the ball, finds a teammate, nicely done. But Pickett is there, she'll send it back to Hughes. 82nd minute here in Tucson. FC Tucson searching for an equalizer. Miranda will settle. She's going to look direct. Here's Ramos on the run. She's got pace. Abaray is going to send it out. Will it be a throw? It will be a deep throw inside the corner circle. So deep as you can get. And we will see one more FC Tucson sub here. This is Fuel going to re-enter the game. Fuel's been extremely active, lots of hustle.
His substitution presented by Right Shirt.
So she'll come in for this final attack in the last 10 minutes, including some added time for FC Tucson. Here's Fuel, ball on her left, strikes it, Oh, lands just on top of the net. I think that was dipping more than the keeper thought it was. Nice strike by Fuel. Pace on that one. Bit of deceptive dip. FC Tucson's got to start to pressure here. Can't wait for the game to come to them in the final 10. In pace with the conditioning of Arsenal this evening. Impressed. 0 subs. They have not looked fatigued. Perhaps just a touch in this final spell, but much to their credit, they're playing well. Here's Fuel though, fresh legs. She'll play direct. Scott holds it up. Here's Black. She'll press forward. She's got options. Over Ballard. Shackley is there on the left, but that ball too deep into the area. Bernard collects easily.
Oh.
Arsenal settles and they'll try to possess. Fortunate deflection and they'll keep the ball. Foul given. Approaching 84 on the clock. FC Tucson chasing an equalizer, trailing 2-1 at Keenan North Stadium at WPSL action. Final match for both sides this evening. Both wanting to end on a high note. Arsenal in the driver's seat as of the moment. Here's Scott. Does nice to get around her defender. She's in the area. Will she have a cross? She does. A bit too deep. Not quite the height on this side of the ball. Black with a nice step over. She'll send it back in. Who's there? Mendoza had it. Couldn't quite get there. Oh, just inches away from getting ahead to that ball, but Arsenal able to clear. That's the attack FC Tucson's going to need in the final 5 to 8 minutes here. Ball driven. Hughes is going to need to go get that one. She does. Going to need to restart quickly here. Gets well under that. Does not go very far. Not quite reaching the end of the circle. Nice move from Fielder. Garvin will send it all the way back where Bernard's going to send it up. Fuel's going to find Scott. Scott goes down, tries to get ball bouncing around. And it's Ballard who's been everywhere all night. Everything everywhere all at once. Name of the film and the name of Ballard's game this evening. Mendoza over the top, but Arsenal defender waiting to head it back out. Here's Black. Shackley can't settle. Fouls. 8th foul of the evening. Here comes perhaps the last FC Tucson sub of the evening. This will be Avery Neal. Going to replace Miranda. Neal traditionally more defensive player, which is interesting because you're chasing a goal here at this point. Miranda traditionally more of an attacking presence. So Neal will enter. Ballard's going to send this one as deep as she can. And does well. That's going to make its way all the way down to the defensive third where Bartieri is waiting. She'll send it back towards Grace Hughes. Bit of a loose touch. Deflection. This is going to be an easy goal, and that will be the sealer. Grace Hughes unable to handle it. Arsenal with the goal. It is 3-1, 88th minute. Mistakes costly for FC Tucson. Believe that was Audrey Still. check that. That was Shaylee Barnhart, 15, which will give Arsenal the 88th minute lead. Mistakes been costly from goalkeeper Grace Hughes this evening. 3-1 favor of Arizona Arsenal. Now FC Tucson will have to not only chase, but they will have to throw everything they have. Arsenal will be quite content to park the school bus. Fuel in a battle. Neal with the ball. She'll go out wide left. Shackley waiting. 89th minute here in Tucson. Here's Shackley. Perhaps carried a touch too much, easily dispossessed. And here's your goal scorer, Barnard. She'll wait on it. Audrey Still will go back a line. And Arsenal should be quite content just to hold the ball, but they give it right back to Neal. She tries to make a move, but is dispossessed, giving the ball right back. Here's Besettia, who gives it right back. Heavy legs starting to come in. Fuel looking for the ball. But once again, Ballard there. Bernard's going to boot it out of danger. Easily won. And here's the sub, Avery Neal. She'll carry forward. Looking for some options. Nice ball. Shackley unable to handle it. Here's Scott, who just gives it given right away. And Arsenal on the attack once again. Here's Garvin looking for some options. She's going to play it through. Wisely play to the corner flag. We'll see if Rocha can get there. She probably won't mind if she doesn't, but she does. That is well done. Tries to hold it up in the corner and does so and earns a throw. Arsenal will just make their way down here.
The fourth official on the field has indicated there will be a minimum of
3 minutes of added time. 3 minutes left in both seasons here. 3 goals on the board for Arizona Arsenal. 3 minutes for FC Tucson to make one final push here at Keno North Stadium. Throw goes in. Cross goes there. Nobody there. FC Tucson needs to play with some urgency. Hughes will restart from the goal kick. Sepulveda is going to Pickett on the outside. She's got pace. She'll use it. Looking for Mendoza. She's got runners in the middle. Plays it right to Ballard, who plays it right back to her. Pickett going to look left. Here's Black. Try to get a shot off. Ballard's there. Here's Scott. Been the case all evening. Can't quite get the steps right. Can't quite line up that shot. Sepulveda. She turns. Will put it on her left foot and hit it. No danger there. Bernard will fall on it. Take some precious seconds off the clock. We're past a minute here in added time. Arsenal looking for their 3rd win of the season. Headed down. Bartieri is there. Gives it right away. I imagine Still will just hold it, but she does not. Plays it right out. Has not been the cleanest of games this evening. Nonetheless, we are approaching the end of the match, end of the season for both of these sides. Arsenal looking to end it with a flair. Bit of a bang coming off the Independence Day holiday. Fuel's going to send it out, literally. It'll go out of touch. Waltros will take her time making her way over to throw that ball in. Past the 2-minute mark in added time. The seconds dwindling away for this campaign for FC Tucson. All the way to the back, Neal gives chase. She will settle. This will be the likely final attack of the season. Neal plays it forward. Scott there. Mendoza, Ballard on her back. Here's Black. She puts it up top. Fuel tries to take it down with the head. Can't quite settle it. Fuel once more, but plays behind. And yet another giveaway for the women in black jerseys, and that just might do it. Fuel trying to hustle, foul given. 9th of the evening on FC Tucson. This will likely be the last kick of the ball as we are past the 3-minute mark on the watch. We will wait for the center ref to look down. And Arsenal will likely celebrate a 3-1 win on the road. There is the whistle. There is the end. The season comes to an end here at Keno North Stadium. FC Tucson falls short on their last go-around. Your final here in Tucson this evening. Arizona Arsenal 3, FC Tucson 1. On behalf of the WPSL, on behalf of Lindsay, Tom, Carlos, and Brandon, I'm Eric Rhodes wishing you good night and great soccer.